It's Week 13 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Broncos' electric quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Broncos and the Browns on Monday night.
Fittingly named in part for its considerable elevation. So we'll see the Broncos offense now for the first time. And bringing them out, someone this defense is really going to have to keep an eye on, this mobile QB.
Probably feels like he owes his guys one after last week, doesn't he? Threw a couple picks, did find the end zone, but his guys around him still found a way to win. Now here's where he's got to be careful, Kate. You can't get it all back at once. Sometimes when you're over-aggressive, it leads to, well, days like last week with a couple interceptions. Got to do your job and just do your job.
Now pressure on its way. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. Tried getting it to Cortland Sutton. And now they face second down. They're throwing it. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. The caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
And their quarterback ready to take over once again. And it's been impossible to contain this guy as both a passer and a runner all season. Late in the year, look, he's the leader among quarterbacks in rushing yards. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Not on the same page with his tight end. And it's going to be second down. Pass play now. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So they're left facing third and long. He's dropping back to throw. Dulcich hauls it in. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive. You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. One alligator, two alligator, three alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Denver. We've seen him do a lot more to reach the end zone on a catch, Brock. That one was kind of fed right to him.
Yeah, they say the running backs have a nose for the end zone. You know who else does? Every skill guy out there, because they want
to... are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he's been somebody who can get the scoring done with his legs just as much as his arm. You can see he's top 5 for touchdowns among NFL QBs. First and 10, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play. Keep driving that defense backwards.
Finds Mims. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Greg Newsome bringing that play to an end. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 38. He throws a bullet to the center of the field.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing now off play action. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down. The Broncos headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And that interception has set them up beautifully. Throwing now from the gun. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Grant Delpit in to pick it off. And the Browns take possession of the football.
Intercepted by the Browns. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
The home teams ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their... Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Cut by Sutton. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. And it's the Broncos with 1st and 10. Back to throw now. He gets it complete to Josh Reynolds. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Pass play on 1st and 10. And his pass is going to fall incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Off the play fake, he'll throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's a throw. This finds Franklin. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. From the red zone now. Connects with his back, Jaleel McLaughlin. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
17 more yards. Complete to number 38.
Williams has the Denver touchdown. The Broncos grow their lead just before halftime. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Now they'll throw out of the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it sets up second down. He'll look to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
A 7-yard loss brings up third down.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Into the hands of Dulcich. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
A 10-yard gain, but it's fourth down.
This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game. To the air now on 1st and 10. Pass complete to Dulcich. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the 38-yard line.
Back to throw. Completed to Sutton. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They'll throw it. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jordan Hicks takes it away. And the Browns get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
At the 35-yard line.
Dropping back to throw. Putting the body on the line for his team. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first. This is the type of performance a former quarterback, just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game, even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down. None of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow, and he is dicing them.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Broncos down by 7. 2nd and 3 now. From the 47. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Throwing now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. To throw. And on fourth down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back. He'll look to throw it. Trying to push it deep downfield. He's got it deep downfield. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So the Browns will take this win home with them. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory.
It's Week 15 of the 2024 season, and we'll see the Broncos rock it on quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Broncos and the Colts, next on Madden Football.
And coming out now, the Broncos. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team. They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. You look at this Colt defense.
They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. The Broncos offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Second down and 6 now from the 26.
Now back to throw.
That's caught. It's Marvin Mims.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw.
A short one to the tight end, Troutman.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up second down.
The Broncos at 4-9 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring... Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day, and I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. And he's giving me the evil eye, folks.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now a play fake here on first down.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
The Broncos offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. First carry now for Jaleel McLaughlin.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Second and 6.
Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. They're going to look to throw.
Finds Dulcich out left side.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 26. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
That's another Denver Broncos.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left.
They run it with P. Ryan on first down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll look to throw.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
The quality coverage from Juju Brents, who swatted that away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time.
The Broncos about set to go on offense.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
To the right side and intercepted.
Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So the Broncos coming out now. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to. So the Broncos now down by 6. Just he'll look to throw. Finding Sutton, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now.
Back to throw.
He's got Dulcich going across the formation.
And they do finally get him at the 12. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's back to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's now second and 10.
They'll try the right side with Pirine.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Samaje Pirine, his first touchdown.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a one-point victory.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and this one won't be remembered for many offensive fireworks, but they did enough to get the job done.
And that's why it's a team game, because sometimes you have to lean on one part of your team. And they leaned on their defense. In fact, they probably went over there and asked for some help. Like, guys, we just don't have it in this one. Can you hook us up? And they did in a big way. Said, no problem. Put it on our shoulders. We'll carry you home. And they
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see the Broncos' electric quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Broncos and the Chargers, next on EA Sports.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National. And Denver getting set to take the field. And, partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
He's thrown one pass. Of course, that was intercepted on the last drive. He also had 2 interceptions in the previous one. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And just shutting him off there. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Broncos are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This one swung out to Williams. Only a yard in the completion. It's second and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Visitors offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare for defenses to try and contain all year long. They begin the drive with Williams. Shoves him aside and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. They give it to Williams, running right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeout. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
A short one to the tight end, Troutman. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Now is signaling a timeout call as it comes with... Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin with. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's like... to draw the flag.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
A give to Williams, running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Denver's offense now set to go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
That's to the former Lion, Josh Reynolds.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They're going to look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Here's a 2nd and 7. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
P-Ryan is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal. They'll drop to throw. On the move to his left. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points.
So the Broncos now down 20-13. He'll look to throw.
Caught by Dulcich.
This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play. A fun, close ball game comes to.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see the Broncos' electric quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Broncos and the Bengals, and it's coming up next.
Banked by the Ohio River and the city's abundance of hills. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. And bringing them out now, a quarterback who really knows how to make something exciting happen. Throwing now on first down. He's got it deep downfield. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Back to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's tackled for no gain.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. Second down coming up.
That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Throwing on third and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 28 out of that play. And that gives them first and goal. From the red zone now. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos finish off their opening drive. throwing with a blitz on the way. Catch made over the middle. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Looking to the air here. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. He'll throw it yet again. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing it again here. This one's caught. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Got Williams, and it's complete. And he's all the way to the edge and out of bounds along the line. Play action on 1st down. Deep sideline shot is caught, and he gets out to stop the clock. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They'll throw on 1st. Complete over the middle. And he's taken down at the 30. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking for a throw here. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Just before halftime. They'll throw to begin this drive. Throw left side, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
2nd and 10 now. Escapes the pocket. He's got a man left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st. They are throwing it again. That one's complete over the middle. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal. They'll throw it again. Escapes out to the left. The throw is caught. It's a Denver touchdown. To the air now on 1st and 10. Hauled in left side. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Oh, and he can't follow through. He had the deep shot for a moment, Brock, but he bobbled it and drops it. Back now, pressure on its way. Pass complete to Dulcich. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Broncos will have a first down. Still sticking with the passing game. Rolling left, buying some time. He's on the move. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Williams takes this the wrong way. That's a loss all the way back to the 5. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Design bootleg here. He's on the move. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Williams. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Pass play on 1st and 10. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And he has stayed productive throughout this game. He's up to the 300-yard mark after that last completion. Really has been a solid showing for him finding his targets. Connects with his back, Jaleel McLaughlin. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Second and 3 now. From the 24. They did it! He made the interception! Jordan Battle with the INT. And the Bengals have some new life in the 4th. Great team defense here. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 23. Flush down out to his left. Now here he goes. Juke the defender. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. To throw here on first down. Cut out left. And this one doesn't go far. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw, but it's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Looking to throw. It is Cup, left side. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Dulcich hauls it in. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. Here he is to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with first and goal. Setting up to pass. Getting out to... And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
The Broncos will line up for
He's throwing for it. And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points. The Broncos right out of here with a win on the road. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week.
Bring it home, boys. We got this. Take that. Thank you.
It's Week 18 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Broncos' electric quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Broncos and the Chiefs, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Broncos parlay the interception into points. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really... They'll throw on first. Throw left side, complete. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Justin Reed with the tackle. Second down now, 7 to go. He's going to throw this one. Escapes the pocket. Caught, this is Greg Dulcich. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 31-yard play, and that'll be good for a Denver first. Now looking to throw. Escapes out to the left. That's incomplete left side.
A little bit of chaos, right? I mean, play breaks down, trying to find a connection and get on the same page, just couldn't do it. I'll tell you this, though, and what I do like is you live to play another down.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Watson. And the Chiefs get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but... Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's got a man left. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing now on first down. Complete over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
He'll throw it. Finds his man over the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Second and 6 at the 18-yard line.
Throwing it again here. Rolling left, buying some time. And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos tie and can take the lead here in the second. And if you like scoring, well, no doubt this dude's been one of your favorite quarterbacks to watch this season. That is rushing touchdown number 10 on the year, and he's really had a running back's nose for the end zone every time. First and 10, looking to throw. He's on the move. He takes it himself. And they'll have it across midfield as he runs out. They got 24 yards on the play. And the Broncos will have a first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. To throw it on first down. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. The Broncos facing a deficit near the break. From the 43. Flush down out to his left. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. They'll come up 1st and 10. They'll try and throw it here. Into the hands of Dulcich. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Flushed out of the pocket. Has it in close. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man, and you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season. The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. Pass play coming here. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that brings up 3rd and goal. Back now, pressure on its way. And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos tie it in the final minute of the half. They'll throw to begin this drive. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Setting up a throw. Hauled in left side. And that's good for a gain of 5. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. They're throwing it. Getting out to his left. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. Trying to find his tight end. And airing it out to start this drive. Escapes the pocket. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Pass play now. Short pass caught by his tight end. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Here we go. 3rd and less than a yard. He's dropping back to throw. Escapes out to the left. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. New set of downs for him from the 46. To throw here on 1st down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. Rolling left, buying some time. Cut out left. And they make the tackle at the 38. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. It is caught left side. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. So now a timeout for a player who was shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree, not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. From the 29. He's on the move. He can run it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there. Second down, looking for options. Flush it, and he'll score. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos cut it to 1 late in the third. And if you were the trivia fanatic who knew that Billy Kilmer and Bobby Douglas shared the record for rushing. Pass play on 1st and 10. Getting out to his left. Pass complete to Dulcich. Give him 30 yards on that one. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. From midfield now. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Drew Tranquil with the pick. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Hits him on the in route. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time he could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. From midfield on 2nd down. Escapes the pocket. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man. And you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season. To the air now on 1st and 10. Escapes out to the left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw now. Rolling left, buying some time. Yet another interception, and that could be what does it. And the Chiefs will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line.
Well, that's it right there.
He'll look to throw it. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And now it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. This one intended for the running back. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Now to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, after that stop, Kate, they can start to celebrate. Well, kind of. They still got to finish this game. And my favorite formation in football, that victory formation. Get into it, secure.
So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. And they snag some much-needed momentum to end the regular season as they start looking ahead to their wild card contest next week.